Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn another example, that means second law efficiency of a heat exchanger. So how to calculate the second law efficiency of a heat exchanger, that means any steady flow device. See, there is a heat exchanger, right, in which there is a hot stream will flow at one section and at a cold fluid will entering at another section. So we take hot stream as a air and cold stream as a water, and it will transfer heating, right? So this is minded, this is adiabatic. So we take for an adiabatic heat exchanger with two unmixed fluid stream, right? So what is the second law efficiency? Second law efficiency is nothing, it is exergy recovered divided by exergy expended, right? So this can also be written like that. This exergy recovered is nothing, it is exergy utilized. Exergy utilized divided by exergy, net exergy supplied. Net exergy supplied, right? And what is the exergy expended? Decrease in exergy of hot stream. This is the exergy expended, right? That means exergy supplied. So exergy supplied by which fluid? Hot stream. So its exergy will decrease. Its exergy will decrease, and exergy expended, that means exergy exergy recovered, that means exergy utilized. So which fluid will have exergy utilized? Cold fluid. So it's increase in exergy of a cold stream. So mind it, right? That means exergy lose, that means exergy gain. Exergy gain by the fluid divided by exergy lose by the fluid, right? So exergy gain is nothing, it is exergy recovered या utilized या exergy gain, or exergy expended, nothing, it is exergy supplied, or decrease in exergy of a hot fluid. So decrease in exergy of a hot fluid divided by increase of exergy of a cold fluid, these two ratio is the second law efficiency. So what is the exergy recovered by the cold fluid? Exergy recovered by the fluid, that means exergy, what is the exergy recovered? That means exergy decrease. Recovered, that means exergy decrease. So what is the exergy decrease? Mass of air phi mass of exergy recover, that means exergy recovered, that means increase in exergy. This is exergy recover. And recover is what fluid? It is by cold fluid. And exergy expended, that means exergy loss, exergy utilized by hot fluid. So ratio of these two, that means exergy gain by the cold fluid divided by exergy loss, not loss. Why? Because there is a conservation, exergy will conserve conservative property. So exergy, this is nothing, this is exergy utilized, and this is exergy supply. Hot water exergy supply, and this is exergy utilized. So what is the exergy utilized? mass of water 54 minus 53. What is exergy supplied? Mass of air 51 minus 52, exergy supplied. And mind it, the exergy, this is nothing, this is your, what we can say that this is nothing, this is your exergy recover, exergy recover plus exergy destroyed. Exergy destroyed is equal to exergy expended. Exergy expended. So what, so there is exergy recover, so this is exergy recover. So what is the exergy recover? It is nothing, it is exergy expended minus exergy destroyed. So this is 1 minus exergy destroyed is nothing, this is your exergy destroyed, that means irreversibility. This is your exergy destroyed, this is your exergy destroyed. Okay, so this is your exergy destroyed. Now see, if heat exchanger is non-adiabatic, this is all of the adiabatic, that means there is no any loss. But if heat exchanger is non-adiabatic, that means losing some heat to its surrounding at temperature T0. So if heat will lose, that means if the boundary temperature is same as the surrounding temperature, if we take boundary temperature is same as the surrounding temperature, so this is your formula, same formula, same, there is no any change, no any change. But if the boundary temperature is greater than the surrounding temperature, so it lose heat. So if then the exergy of the lost heat, so it will lost, so lost heat at the boundary should be included in the recovery exergy. So this is your recovery, so this is your recovery, so we include the recovery exergy, so this is loss. So if you put this value and this is same, so the same, this is your entropy generation, that means this is exergy destroyed divided by this, but the formula is changed. What is the exergy what is the entropy generation? This mass of the fluid, this is the system mass of the fluid, and this is the loss, so this is the entropy generation. So according to the due to this we can find out all these value. So if you take one example, what is example like that? One example, if you take one example, and what is the example? Example is that heat exchanger brings 10 kg of water, that is mass flow of water is given how much? 10 kg per second, right? From 100 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade. So this is your water, so this is water, and mass flow rate is given of water is given, and it will bring water from 100 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade. So the water is given, so the state, so there is a water, and this is given 100 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade, right? So this is what? This is your T3, this is your T3, and this is your T4, right? At 200 kilopascal. So this will flow at 200 kilopascal, sorry, 2000 kilopascal, right? Using air coming at, and there is air, that means one other inlet there is air, mass flow rate of air, it is not given, so you have to calculate it, you have to calculate it. But leaving at, that means leaving, that means T2 is given, What is that? T2 is how much? 460 Kelvin. Don't have T1. What is inlet? I don't have. Right? This is not given. I think this is given. And air coming at 1400 degrees centigrade, not 460. This is 1400 centigrade coming at, this is given, sorry, air coming at 1400 Kelvin and leaving, that means T3 is also given 460 Kelvin. So this is given T2 and T1, sorry, this is T1. This is T1 is given, right? So it is given. So this is given, no problem. So first we calculate the mass flow rate. So for mass flow rate we have energy balance. So what is the energy balance? Energy balance. So mass of water in, and this is your water H3 plus mass of air in H1, mass of water exit H4 plus mass of air exit H3, H2, right? So you have mass of water H3 minus H4 is equal to mass of air H3 H1 minus H4, mass of water H3 minus H4, and this is your H2 minus H1, right? H2 minus H1. Yeah, you may write also in reverse manner, no problem. So air, this is air H2. So if you reverse in this manner, no problem. So mass of water H4 minus H3, mass of air H1 minus H2. So what is this? What is this? H1 minus H2? Cp of air ln T1 by T2. So you have, and this is from your table, from water table, from water table. What is that? What is H3? This is water in at 0.3. So what is H3? H3 you have at what? 100 degrees centigrade and pressure 2 megapascal, and you have H3 H4 also at 500 degrees centigrade and pressure 2 megapascal. So you have H3 H4 mass of water. So from here we calculate mass of flow rate of air. How much? This is your 28.939 kg per second. So you have mass flow rate. So you have a mass flow rate, no problem. And what is phi 1, phi 2, phi 3, phi 4? So this is your phi 1. So you have phi 1. What is your phi 1? So you have phi 1. Phi 1 is your H1 minus T naught S1. Phi 2 you have H2 minus T naught S2. Phi 3 you have H3 minus T naught S3. phi 4 you have H4 minus T naught S4. So you have all this value, no problem. So you have all this value, right? So what is phi 1 minus phi 2? What is your phi 1 minus, first of all, in the second law efficiency, phi 1 minus phi 2 and phi 4 minus phi 3. Phi 1 minus phi 2 and phi 4 minus phi 3. So phi 1 minus phi 2, phi 1 minus phi 2 is what? H1 minus H2 minus T naught S1 minus S2. And what is phi 4 minus phi 3? Phi 4 minus phi 3 is H4 minus H3 minus T naught S4 minus S3. So phi 1 minus phi 2, phi 1 minus phi 2, what is that? This is air. So this is for air. So for air you have Cp of air. So you have Cp of air ln air T3 by T4, T1 by T2. So you have S1 minus S2, you have S1 minus S2 for ideal gas, right? And what is the ideal gas? What is this? This is nothing. This is your Cp of air ln T1 by T2 minus R ln P2 by P1, right? R ln P2 by P1, P2 by P1, okay? So you have T1 by T2, you have R ln P2 by P1, right? P2 by P1 you have. So air, for air P2 by P1, so same pressure, it is same pressure, so this is 0. Only this value you have to calculate it, no problem. Cp of air T1 minus T2, right? And this is your Cp of air ln T2 by T1. And this is for water, you from a table, from water table, from. So you have calculated the second law efficiency and it is come out to be 61.4%. Okay. So this is your second law efficiency, right? Similarly, if you have a mixer chamber, if you have a mixing chamber, so there is a same formula, same. You have a turbine, same. You have a compressor, same formula used. So there must be a note point here, is that, what is that? If you have a turbine, second law efficiency for a turbine, so what is that? W out by reversible, that means phi 1 minus phi 2. And what is W out? H1 minus H2. What is phi 1 minus? This is your phi 1 minus phi 2. And that means this is what? W out divided by W reversible out. Say, and it is same as if you write entropy generation, so it is 1 minus T naught S generation divided by phi 1 minus phi 2. And what is S generation? What is S generation? This is your S2 minus S1. Similarly, second law efficiency for a compressor, what is that? This is your just reverse phi 2 minus phi 1 divided by W in, right? And this is your phi 2 minus phi 1, and what is W in? H2 minus H1. That means this is your W reversible in divided by W actual, right? Similarly, you can find out isentropic with entropy generation, S generation, no, S generation divided by H2 minus H1, right? And what is the S generation? S2 minus S1, right? If there is a mixture, if this is a mixing chamber, if this is your mixing chamber, mind it, if this is your mixing chamber, similarly, if there is a mixing chamber where hot stream 1 is mixed with a cold stream 2 from a mixing 3, the exergy resource in a hot fluid, then the exergy expended in the exergy decrease of a hot fluid and exergy recover in the exergy increase of the cold fluid, right? So second law of mixing is what? It is your mass flow rate of cold fluid into psi 3 minus psi 2 divided by mass flow rate of hot fluid into psi 1 minus psi 2, right? And we can also write that in the entropy generation manner, T naught S generation divided by mass flow rate of hot fluid psi 1 minus psi 2. And what is S generation? S generation is what? Mass of hot fluid plus mass of cold fluid into S3 minus mass of hot fluid S1 minus mass of cold fluid S2. So this is your entropy generation. You have to calculate it, no problem. Okay, so you have to calculate entropy generation. Okay, so these all are for steady flow device. These all are steady flow device. Okay, thank you very much.